What is going on, every guys?
For sure. Let's go. Go.
Leave it. No cuts.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Share Screen.
Hi.
No cuts.
No cuts. This is the Tekken 8 Shared Screens Review Podcast. My name is Chris, aka RumblePack92, and joining me today are four illustrious fighters. Here with us, we have BrotherGrimmBo, ReapersPast, DJChrisV, and our very own Alec Bobcow. How the hell is everyone today?
Fighty.
Little chippy?
Very fighty.
I want to catch hands.
Sleepy.
Okay.
We were all talking in our group chat earlier. 2 out of the 5 of us maybe took a nap today, like right before this, in fact.
You know, someone called us children, but whatever.
Not gonna name names, you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not gonna name names. It definitely wasn't Chris. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today. Obviously, at the time of recording, Tekken 8 has just come out a few days ago, and we are all big fighting game fans, and this is a very, very big deal. So we are here together to talk about what might be one of the biggest fighting game releases in a very, very long time. I'd like to start off just kind of our general surface level thoughts. Give me the vibes, how you're feeling about the game as a whole. Bo, why don't you start us off, man?
I am kind of in love with Tekken 8, which isn't a surprise because I've been consuming all the pre-release content, whatever. But coming from Street Fighter, there was a little bit of a lapse, and now I feel like I'm in a great place to continue fighting in whatever random arena. We can talk about the stage selection later, but I'm loving it. Just short answer, I love it.
On a boat, in a house, outside, New York City, wherever.
In space.
In a cave.
Space.
In space.
In your mind.
Extra planar fucking dimension.
Yeah, Jujutsu dimension. Yeah,
the soul plane.
And that's all the normal Tuesday for Tekken too. That's the funny part. It's just like whatever, you know. That sort of thing happens. What about you, Chris? Man, how are you feeling about Tekken 8?
Oh, dude, I'm loving it, man. As an avid fighting game player, it is one of the best games that's come out in a long time. That being said, Street Fighter was great in 2023, but 2024 is gonna be all about Tekken.
It's the year of Tekken, baby.
It's the year
Absolutely.
of Tekken. Mortal Kombat's dead. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 1 was definitely a game. Reaper, how are you liking it, man? I'm sorry I caught you right in the middle of your boba.
I knew that was gonna happen too. I knew it. I'm really enjoying it. It's classic Tekken. Honestly, it's just the same thing, but just more Tekken. I enjoy it. It's really fun. Really, really fun.
Alec, what about you, man?
Someone that's pretty new to fighting games, or at least diving a bit deeper, not just surface level. Like I'm been really enjoying it. There's some features in here that honestly blow my mind. Like I think we were just talking earlier today about just the ghost battles, and what you can do with those. I was learning from my ghost battle, just fighting essentially myself, which is crazy to think about. But this game, honestly, I'm loving how aggressive it is and how much faster paced it feels than Street Fighter was.
Oh yeah,
fits more into my fighting style than what I felt with Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, it's an aggressive game for sure. I think the heat system is probably one of the most interesting things about it, right? Just in terms of I remember when they first showed off Tekken 8 and Harada kept saying over and over again, he's like, we want you to be aggressive. We're making changes to make people aggressive because Tekken 7 was so defensive. And everyone's like, is that really going to work? Like, how do we feel about it? And then I saw it in action. I was like, this fucking rules. I love this. It's almost like an anime fighter with some of these combos where you're just saying, hold this for a second, you know? I love it. I'm somebody who is kind of getting into it deep for the first time. I've played a lot of them, but it was always casually because for the longest time it was a PlayStation exclusive. Didn't grow up with a PlayStation, and I tried getting into it with Tekken 7, and it just it wasn't there for me. I didn't love how often I had to go outside of Tekken to try and figure out what's going on in the game, and now everything's in the game. I don't have to go anywhere. All of the resources I need to learn how to play Tekken are in Tekken, and I love that. And some of those tools are wild, from the ghost battles to being able to pause and take over replays. Like there's so much here that it's crazy. We're gonna get a little deeper into it, but first, if you haven't already, we just released a Gaming in 2023 podcast. The good, the bad, and the ugly. It was a great year to be a gamer, a horrible year to be a game developer. So please check that out. And coming out next week as well, the Pit Boys are returning. If you want to hear some nerds talk about deep Fallout lore, that's the place to go. Austin and Josh
ranking
rule that
the
shit.
vaults.
Yeah, deep Fallout lore. It's cool, I think. I don't really play Fallout. I don't know.
It is. I was sitting on those because I
endorsement.
Help produce those. So
I don't play Fallout. I think it's a good podcast. I'm sure they're really good, right? They know there's
the show looks interesting.
Listen to my own content? Never.
The world of Fallout's really cool because it's just all the lore and stuff that you don't like unless you like really read everything. You don't really get. So it's just cool. If
you might not know this. That Fallout 4 is one of my all-time favorites. I'm going to be honest with you.
Wow.
To the point that I have the Pit Boy still from when the Collector came out years ago.
Man, you don't see that very often. Anyway, we're not talking about Fallout. We're talking about Tekken.
Tekken
Fallout your vaults. This is Tekken Talk, baby. And so we're going to start off our Tekken Talk, if you will, with we're gonna come in hot first. I think I want to hear the things that you maybe don't love about the game, if there are any. They might not be a lot. But we can get into it. Bo's raring to go. Bo, hit it. Kick us off, dude. Kick us off, dude.
I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off because I feel like this will, qualify a lot of my statements and thoughts later on. But, as someone that has been mostly a Street Fighter head, I've dabbled in anime fighters. I tried Tekken 7 like you did, and it just didn't really stick with me. One of my biggest complaints going into Tekken 8, relatively fresh, it's really hard to read what a character is capable of just by looking at them. Like in Street Fighter, I feel like their character design is a lot more straightforward. Like, I don't know, big wrestler guy is going to be a big wrestler guy. The very skinny, like fast lady is going to hit you very fast. And in Tekken, there are a lot of characters that are just like there are wild characters. There are two different bears. There's a panda and then just a grizzly bear, I think he is.
Yep.
There are two robots. One of them very much looks like a robot. The other one just looks like Hatsune Miku, and she can throw her head. And then there's
three.
There's three actually.
Brian's a robot.
Brian's a robot too. Yeah.
But you have all of these wild characters, and then you have I don't know, people like Lily, where I'm like, I have no idea what you're capable of, and then I play against you. I'm trying to use my brain of just like, okay, she seems like she might be fast. I played against her earlier. She might be a grappler. I have no idea. Like, it's hard to kind of tell who everyone is just on first glance. And I know that is such a deep nitpick in terms of character design is subjective, whatever. But that is my biggest complaint, because as I'm trying to learn, I'm going against someone. I can tell the bear might move slower than Lee, but I don't know what Lee is capable of. I don't know what Hwoarang is capable of. They'll pull some stuff out, and I have no idea how to account for it.
Hwoarang's fast. There you go.
Hwoarang's fast. Hwoarang's got feet. Lee's got hands.
Yeah.
Good to know. But that being my biggest complaint about the game, which really is not a huge complaint. That's more just I'm new to a series. I feel like that's a good sign.
That is a big deal though too. Just in a game that has there's 32 characters at launch.
32 at launch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a big starting roster.
Mm-hmm. And deep movement. Deep move lists each, and then add the system. You have different moves that'll activate your heat, and then different moves that'll act differently when you're in heat and in heat. It's just
I wish they did something else.
Which I mean, to chime in on that, each character has different movesets, but the good thing is that for Tekken 8, what they added is the combo challenge, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so good.
It forces you to learn their moveset. No matter who you use, like if you want to use Jin, if you want to use Devil Jin, two Jins, two different movesets. That's the best thing I could think of at this point for Tekken. That's one of my favorite features, the combo challenge, because it gives everybody, even the new players, a chance to maybe I don't want to use the special controllers this time. Maybe I really want to learn neutrals, or I want to learn airs, or stuff like that. It gives you the opportunity to expand your horizon rather than just like you said, with Street Fighter, it's not a simple fighter. It's a complicated fighter at some points, but
I would say it's a
when it
simpler
comes,
fighter.
yeah,
than Tekken,
when it comes
yeah.
to Tekken, Tekken starts with a T for a reason. It's technical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the best way I could explain.
T for technical. T for Tekken.
Well, speaking on some of the technical things, I guess, is how hard it is to try and find people in online. Because I was trying to play Chris Saturday night.
Yeah.
And you can't just search for a player that's hosting a room. You have to keep refreshing the list.
You got to refreshing it.
So I think I refreshed probably like 10 to 20 times.
But you got in.
Right. Yeah, I wish I hadn't, but it's just one of those, like, it's like a search function for the person's name.
Yeah,
that's true.
I can't even think of like Nintendo will restrict voice chat because they don't want children interacting with creeps, which is completely valid. And like, I understand that. I'm trying to think of some reason other than we forgot why.
Yeah, it's the only thing I can think of.
Or to add friends, you have to go into the Tekken lounge, to see them, add them as a friend. Then you can back out and invite them to a room. You can't just search for a player to add them as a friend.
And even then, you can't even join your friends off of like the main menu either, which is like it's such a gripe with me because like it seems like such an oversight.
You have to. Sorry, I dropped it. It's like you have to be sent an invite to join somebody, like if they're in a custom room, but only the host can send invites into the room. So if the host is in the middle of a match, your friend's just waiting for you to finish your game before you can even get them into the room. or the lack thereof.
20% of the time.
Exactly.
Like the first time we tried it, and it like automatically was like, "Hey, we're gonna have you spectate this match." I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be great," and then 2 seconds later, it disconnected. And then that was the pattern for the rest of the night. So like, if you're playing this with friends, just play with the Discord.
So in custom rooms, it'll let you spectate. Like if you're watching two of your other friends playing, it'll let you spectate the first game, and then none of the rest of the set. It kicks you out, and you don't get to finish.
If you're doing best
spectating
2 or 3,
it does work.
Weekend.
It does work if you go into like the Tekken Fight Lounge and like find open cabinets. You can then sit and watch your friends. Yep. But it also takes a million years to load into it, and so you fast forward through like the first half of the fight anyway. And so at least it works there though. You get to watch the whole set. You don't get kicked out immediately.
2-3 times the speed.
Yeah. I mean, you still
get the match.
Some of the match.
And so it's just one of those things where I at least have it gives me a pretty large appreciation for Street Fighter 6 to having that working as well as it does, like right off the rip. I can only hope that this is something that it's like, oh shit, we didn't realize this was doing this, let's fix it, that's hopefully that comes along. It's not the worst thing in the world. If that's the biggest problem I have with the game, then fine. And I just have to figure out something to do while my friends are playing their match. Like that's, oh no. But
what's the problem?
Shucks.
Oh man, I gotta practice and not watch the match.
Oof. I know, man. What am I gonna do? That's generally my only problem with the game, though. Are there any more before we move on, or do we start talking about the good stuff?
General UI, I guess, like some of any fighting game. Like I think we were talking about that. It's Saturday.
Such a fighting game problem.
Yeah.
I have issues with the story. Like I did the horrible thing of consuming like as much lore content instead of like learning how to play the game. So when I went into the story, and I'm not going to get into specifics or spoilers or anything like that, but like there were certain things where I wasn't there in the very beginning, but I know the significance of certain like pairings or certain appearances or certain events happening, and I feel like there wasn't enough like breadth in the story to let it like have those moments actually feel impactful and special.
It's very focused on Jin and Kazuya, like extremely focused on Jin and Kazuya, and I think that's both a good and a bad thing.
Very short.
Very short. I mean, I liked the story overall. I just feel like I wanted to point that out. I don't want to name specific stuff, but I've seen other people complain about like, oh, these two characters that should have had like a way bigger moment together totally didn't, and that's kind of messed up. I understand that they're trying to leave stuff for like the arcade story, but like if this is your main campaign, like either don't involve them at all and focus only on the Jin and
Like the
Kazuya
main-
story, which
yeah.
is interesting, or make it, instead of 5 hours, make it 6-7 hours, and we get to focus on those side characters a little more.
Yep.
Fair enough. Yeah, was there anything else I disliked about it?
What's it called? The inputs being prioritized, not like.
Oh, the internet, no rollback.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, no
that?
rollback.
Yeah.
Like immediately, just like
have
not
to go
being
in and change
default.
that. That's like the silliest thing, but yeah, that's a huge oversight.
Yeah, it is really strange.
I guess that's a good
strange,
point.
especially like not having proper rollback in a fighting game in 2023 always hurts.
Especially in terms of...
God, it's 2024. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, it's in there. You just have to put it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the majority of our complaints have been can be chalked up to oversights, or in my case,
very
like just
nitpicky.
inexperience. Yeah, extremely nitpicky. So I feel like that just speaks to the quality of the game. Like if we're struggling to find these tiny issues, then that says something great about the product.
Which I think then it's time to move on to the good, because boy oh boy is there a whole lot of good in this game, man. The thing I said at the top of the show where it's just like I'm so impressed at how approachable this game is, just in terms of, especially I think I give it extra points because Tekken in the past is historically not a very approachable game.
Yeah, no, it's not friendly at all.
This has not been a series that has really ever been friendly towards new people, and then for them to suddenly be like, all right, here are some of the best implementations of learning tools that I've ever seen in a fighting game. Just like just the 180 is insane.
I mean, you mentioned the training mode earlier. Like you mentioned the training mode earlier, and just I feel like they should have sold this feature a lot more, because when you go into Tekken, you see these characters with like 100 moves, and you think, oh my, I'm gonna have to learn all of these moves, and some characters,
you
a
really
lot of these
don't.
characters have multiple stances,
you
and whatever.
don't,
like the game straight up tells you after, like, when you do your first combo trial, like there are only 10 combo trials, and you use like 15 moves just mixed and matched over the course of those combos. With the replay feature, being able to stop, like, you get bodied by a combo and you think, what could I have done better? The game will stop itself and say, hey, you could have done this better. Like, hey, you got thrown, this is how you break that throw. Hey, they threw out a high attack, you just have to crouch and then you can counter with this. And it's
the
really
replay thing not only stops and tells, hey, in this situation, use these moves. You can then hit a button and then practice that situation. It remembers everything both players did. You can even pull up other people's replays and lab certain situations there. Like, that's fucking insane to me.
That's wild.
Yeah.
No, that's insane.
That's
the game
crazy.
wants you to get better.
Yeah.
And I feel like also the story, like the Arcade Quest storyline, is just like, hey, please hang out with us. Like, have fun playing Tekken. You'll learn over time, but like, don't focus on trying to hit your 10-hit combo your first day of Tekken. Just sit down, have fun, push buttons, see what happens. But then if you want to take it that extra step further, you obviously can.
No, and the arcade mode is great for people that don't want to necessarily play online, but want to feel like they want to play online.
It's also been great for walking me through. It's also been walking me through concepts of Tekken that I was unaware of. Like, until yesterday, while I was playing Arcade Quest, did not know how to fucking parry. I knew it was in the game. I didn't know how to do it. I couldn't figure it out. That's a tutorial later on in the Arcade Quest. It's like, all right, here's how to parry, and I went, oh, that's how you do it. It was driving me nuts.
I'm gonna be honest. The coolest feature that I found so far that I love is the ghost.
Yes.
Being able to download your friend's ghost. Like, hey, bro, I'm gonna run some sets against you. I got bodied. I'm gonna keep just playing him until I learn. Like, that's fantastic. And the fact that, I mean, at any point they can put like heavy hitter players. Like, they can put high low. They can put knee.
Imagine downloading Arsenal Ashes.
Yeah, dude. And you could just like train. That's the one.
They have Harada's ghost in there.
Yep.
One of the trophies is beating Harada's ghost, and I'm terrified to approach him.
I haven't tried it yet.
It's
missing aura.
You can battle like all of the people that are in like the Super Ghost battle room, and I walked up to somebody and their rank was way higher than mine. I went, okay, never mind, not touching that. Nope.
Nah,
I was trying to get to the trophy list, and it said like you got to beat X many CPUs. So when I opened that menu, saw the very top, I was just like, let's just go ahead and go all the way down and work our way up. And it's been fine so far.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, the Super Ghost battle thing too. Like one, it's really really awesome to just like get bodied by a buddy online and be like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna go practice against your ghost for a minute."
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure this out. But it's also one of the best implementations of like machine AI learning I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because learns the small stuff and it learns it fast.
Everything.
Like you drop a combo a certain way, it'll do that. I was telling everybody earlier that I in my very first ghost match, I kept like flubbing one of my sidestep moves, and so now my ghost like styles on me and then starts teabagging all the time because I was having trouble sidestep downing. I was like, so I'll just get bodied by him, and then he'll be like teabagging. I'm like, fuck you, ghost.
I even when I was practicing against my ghost, I got 3-0'd by him.
Yeah, dude.
Your ghost is nasty, man.
Yeah, I also got 3-0'd by your ghost, Alec.
Yeah,
so
I did too. Alec's ghost is
the closest-
nasty.
I think the closest comparison to ghosts that I can think of now are like the amiibo in Smash when they first came out.
Oh
Yeah.
Because in the same vein, when I had the Captain Falcon amiibo, I would just taunt after every Falcon. Like I would only Falcon punch and taunt, and got it up to like level whatever. I would have it play my friends and just be like, yeah, if you get hit, that's on you, and then it's on you. It's probably not a good thing to teach AI like how to disrespect people, but there's an actual like respectful stat, which I find very funny. So I guess there needs to be the inverse of absolutely just demented in terms of sports.
Oh yeah, dude. My ghost straight up, I'm gonna be honest with you. My Brian, if you get snake edged and it's like the end of the round, it'll just like charge up, which is the stance where he goes like this.
Oh
at the end of the match. They'll basically taunt the shit out of you just to piss you off towards the end of the round. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I forgot that it learns everything.
So disrespectful, man. What the hell?
It happens, man. Can't help it.
In the heat of it, you're just like, I'm gonna do it.
If you know the taunt, you could just do it. It's okay.
It's so funny, man, but like it's so surprising at how much like it learns everything.
Every small little detail. If you're a rusher character, it'll rush. If you like to block a lot and then grab, it'll do that. It's crazy how much it learns.
Like it even adjusts like round to round in similar
mid round. It'll
like
adjust.
You'll
see it. It'll start like glowing up on the top right, and it's
crazy.
like, oh shit, it's learning.
It's the most threatening symbol in the game.
Like,
Honestly.
oh no, I'm doing it. Shit, I did something different,
dude. It's just like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like, wait, I did something new.
Oh no! Don't learn that. Don't learn that.
Please don't. Please don't.
Like, stop.
Against my own
Haraga from
ghost,
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
As for me, against my own ghost, I learned like, hey, I can't be aggressive all the time. Like I gotta learn to like slow down a little bit sometimes, and
it can be a humbling experience.
Yeah,
it can be a humbling experience to have.
It'll put you in your place for sure.
To just suddenly have your weaknesses laid bare in front of you like that.
Well, one thing I thought was really cool too, because I noticed this with my ghost, is that because I play with the special style for now. Like obviously, I'm planning on learning like actually how to do all the stuff and all that, but for now, I've been playing with that. And it even shows that like my ghost is playing with special style.
Yeah, it pulls up his inputs, which is crazy.
For those who don't know, can you explain what special style is?
Yeah, so it's, I guess, in a simple way, kind of like, not quite like modern controls, but very similar to where you can kind of just hit buttons and you do things, cool things.
Auto combos.
Yeah. So like X is your special, like with an Xbox controller, X is your special, Y is a air combo, B is low attack and throws, and then A is your power crush moves. And basically just makes it way simpler to do the cool things in the game.
It's the way I've been putting it, I was like, it lets your casual friends hang with your sweaty friends.
Honestly.
No, for real, it does.
It genuinely does. Al's been kicking our asses left and right.
Yeah. I'll pull out some like combo. I'm like, all right, cool. I perfected it, like his ass, and then just he comes back and just.
Oh yeah, and then Al's like, all right, hold this.
Which I'm gonna be real, man. I've seen some
unfair.
No, it doesn't. It's very fair.
Like because you can turn it on and off mid game. Like you can turn it on and
Yeah.
off mid combo. So like, you know, whenever I'm playing against someone online and I see that they're fucking me up with special style, there's that like dark side of the force being like,
It's like,
you
don't.
can also press the trigger and it'll
Do it.
I was like, I could just hit it right now.
But I guess
have a 1-button electric wind god fist.
for me,
gosh.
yeah. The thing I like about special style though is that with Street Fighter in the modern controls, like I know Street Fighter for me, I just keep comparing because that's the most recent fighting game I've been playing. The modern controls, I think, it's harder to make that jump into the classic controls, whereas special style, it is Tekken controls. Like you are using those same buttons, and to me, it seems like an easier jump to actually learn Tekken than it is for modern controls in Street Fighter.
I think they sort of teach you different things. When I look at the special style, it helps teach you the cadence of rhythms, like when to use what kinds of moves. Like in this situation, use a low, and in this one, go for an air combo, that sort of thing. Whereas like Street Fighter's modern controls are almost like a replacement, and like it does make it easier for somebody that's getting into it, and it helps. That helps more teach the fundamentals of Street Fighter than it does like a player's combos, because Street Fighter's modern controls also kind of auto combo. There's a little bit more going on with the modern controls than there are with it, but that's one where it's like, hey, we're going to allow you to learn the fundamentals of Street Fighter without having to worry about motion inputs, is really what the biggest thing is there for Street Fighter. So you can press a button instead of quarter circle forward for Hadouken, but like your fundamentals still have to be good in order to win with modern controls like that. And that's the thing that it'll beat your face in with.
No, for real. I'm gonna be real. Coming from, I was never a Street Fighter player. I couldn't play Street Fighter 5 to save my life. When the modern controllers came out, I was like, great, I can enjoy Street Fighter, not have to like be all sweaty and stuff like that. And then you can learn that you can get sweaty with modern controllers by mixing it up, which is fantastic. Now, I haven't really used special style that much with Tekken, only because Tekken is a fighting game that I've been playing for years. Since Tekken 7 came out, like I've always been on that franchise.
Chris got that legacy skill, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But like I've turned them on and I'm like, okay, cool. I can see where this, in a situation, this could be great. And then I've also heard some discourse, like people online just like ranking on it, talking shit, like if you use special controllers. Like the same thing with modern controllers when people were using them in Street Fighter. It's the same thing. Fighting games will be fighting games. But like it's nice to see when you're playing a ranked match and you're getting really sweaty with someone that they're frantically turning it on, turning it off, turning it on, turning it off, trying to figure out what to do against you. And then you're like, okay, cool, I've nailed it.
It's one of those too, to where it's like I'll take anything that helps kind of raise the floor a bit, so that way people that might have been intimidated to try it can now come in and they can just kind of press a couple buttons and do cool shit. Like that's the most fun part of fighting games, in my opinion, is because you press buttons and you do any cool things happen, and that's an easier route for somebody that doesn't want to like spend all of their time fucking labbing shit. They have this option there, but I
have a life.
They're doing stuff, but you're not. I think unlike Street Fighter's modern controls, like you're not going to see anyone rocking special style like in tournament. Like I think just because of Tekken's movesets are so vast that and like once you get up into like the professional levels, like the drawbacks of special style are way too big to get anyone from getting super far.
I feel like it might have play, because the same with like modern controls. There's benefit to the one button or like you have one button supers with every character, but like the one button specials, the one button, like I don't think it's literally the electric wind god fist, but like
no, it is.
If it so why would someone not use that? Like I don't think there's a damage penalty with special style, right?
I don't think
I haven't seen one.
I'm just saying everyone clowned on modern controls, and then Snake Eyes won a major tournament as Zangief with modern. So like,
okay, but Zangief and modern is that's cake right there. That's like me saying, maybe King with modern. Let's try. I mean, King with special style.
Listen, don't give me any ideas. King
with special style is kind of crazy. Like I ain't gonna lie to you.
He's pretty correct.
Yeah, we've gone almost a half hour into this review. Who's everybody maining at this point?
Oh,
good call.
You guys go first.
So normally in past Tekken games, I've been a king kind of guy. With this one being sort of like I said at the top, like I've played a lot of Tekken casually across my life. This is my first time like really getting into it, and so I was like, "There's a new game. I want to try somebody that I haven't messed around with before." So currently I'm maining Reyna.
Raining.
Reyna.
It's
Raining Mana?
man.
It's raining Reyna. Hallelujah. What about you, Reaper? Who you going with?
So Bo knows this, but I play a lot of characters,
Yes.
like a lot.
It's frustrating. You play against him, you get used to what he's doing, and then he's like, "I'm going to play someone completely different, just as well." Good luck.
But so far, I think the person that I'm like more leaning towards is Lily, just because like the mix-ups and everything is just so good, so good.
Super fair. Who you on, Chris? Excuse me.
I play a multitude of characters, but since this game dropped, I haven't used anybody but Victor. I have mained that person since day one.
Same here.
And if people get way too comfortable, I'll bring Brian out. And if I really have to, I'll bring Jin out.
I knew you were a Brian player. I didn't know you played Jin. That's interesting. Yeah.
I started picking up Jin from the demo, and I was like, "Damn, he is fun."
He's fun in Tekken 8,
7,
man.
he was terrible for me. I
hate him in 7, dude. He was not fun at all. He's great. He's
but
great.
Yeah, Victor's number one for me, man. I'm telling you that right now. He's fantastic.
He's a cyber ninja in a suit. What more do you want? You know, he's Raiden.
He's French.
He is French.
Oui.
Bo?
I hated that.
So I'm playing King. I am trying to learn June, but
Special style King.
No, I've not tried special style King. I mean, if Alex Ghost keeps giving me problems, then I might pull it out.
Sure,
We'll
keep
see.
blaming it on the ghost.
Special style talking in Bo's ear like the Green Goblin mask. You
Coward, we have 4 worlds to conquer. But I did play like 3 games as Jack 8, and I didn't know what I was doing, but he did a lot of damage, so that appeals to me. Yeah.
I got bodied by a Jack 8 last night who somebody had customized to look like Drake.
We haven't even talked about the custom characters.
No, we haven't.
That's what we're making right now.
Yeah.
As I'm also maining Victor, but sometimes when I feel like switching it up, I either go between Law or Huarang.
Hwoarang's awesome in this game, dude. He's so much
Hwoarang
fun.
is so much faster in this game than he was in 7.
Well, and then you have this is the first Tekken to have chip damage in it too, and Hwoarang's nasty with it, man. Because his strings last for so long that you're just ding 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 ding. It's like you can't figure out when your turn is. It's tough. It's tough. So yeah, we all geeked about it for a sec. Character customization in this game is bonkers.
I didn't even know about it until I think I saw like pictures on Twitter of people like making these crazy, like other, characters. It's like, wait, what? How do I do this?
I've seen a few Drakes. I've seen a few anime characters.
Oh yeah.
I've seen a lot of Leons.
I've seen Abraham Lincoln.
Haven't seen that yet.
Dude, I fought a law that was Abraham Lincoln. It was the funniest thing in my life.
Amazing.
I saw someone made a Yoshimitsu that looked like the Green Power Ranger.
Yep.
I did see that one. Yeah, that was really cool.
I've seen 2 kings that look like Nanami. Like same suit, same style, everything with their.
Oh my god.
That's sick.
I know what I'm doing after this.
And so character customization is something that has actually been around in Tekken since I want to say like 5 or 6. I think 5 was the first one to do it, and it's expanded in every game since then. I think it's wild how much value is there when you look at pretty much any other fighting game on the market right now, which is loaded with DLC, sometimes extremely expensive costumes and DLC, and or maybe they're both expensive and then also just for your avatar in the game and not even any of the characters that you actually play as. Shout out to the Spy Family crossover with Street Fighter.
Or the Ninja Turtles.
That's so sick.
And so to be able to take any character in the game, and make them. I mean, you can make Jack 8 look like Drake. Like, I mean, I've seen Jins that look like Leon from Resident Evil. Somebody did Nita to make her into Ada Wong. Like, there's a bunch of Tifas going around right now. Right, like it's
2Bs I've seen from Nier Automata.
There's 2B.
Yeah,
I've seen a 9S. I saw a Kenshi, which was like, why would you put Kenshi in this?
Yoshimitsu. I feel like that might work. Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's one of those things though to where it feels almost old school in that it's like, hey, here's a bunch of really, really great cosmetic stuff that you can do a lot with, and it's all earnable within game. It's like you've purchased it already. You don't have to spend another cent to get like this deep level of customization in it. And it's almost sad that we don't see that super often these days anymore. You know, to the point where we're sitting here and we're like, wow, there's costumes in the game that we don't have to pay for. Like, that's crazy.
In game,
I just have to play.
And every character has 4 costumes right off the rip on top, like before you even do all the customizable ones.
And some of the accessories I've seen, they actually add moves in the game.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
that's been around since what, like 5 or 6? Yeah,
5 or 6. Yeah, like the baguette. You can actually hit someone with you can hit someone with the baguette. There's the shotgun. You can actually use it full screen.
Yep,
that has to be a joke.
No,
this game
serious.
Is wild
for real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness!
Just add an extra move to yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because when you're going through the accessories, it'll show you like the prompt to use it in game.
Mm-hmm.
And like for Chris, if he likes to teabag, if he gets the little ghost and you kill someone, it'll go up to them when they're dead and they'll start just wagging its tail on them. It's fantastic.
This game is so disrespectful.
It's so good. It's so good, and I mean, again, it's like I keep going back to value, right? Like it is a $70 game, and if you look at the big picture of everything that's in it, because I don't think they did a great job of advertising like how much is here. So you have a regular story mode, you have individual character like arcade style endings for all 32 characters in the game. You have an additional story mode, arcade quest that is built entirely around like teaching the fundamentals of the game. You have your online. You have Tekken Ball. Shout out Tekken Ball. I'm very happy that's back. I haven't played it yet, but it's in the game and it's really, really exciting. And then of course, yeah, like there's crazy amounts of character customization. You have your ghost battles. You have your replays. You have your tutorials. Your combo challenges. Like, this is a dense game. It's meaty.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it's so nice to see such a full release on day one in the year of our Lord 2024.
First fighting game where I started up and I have to actually decide what I want to do instead of just, automatically walking into ranked. Like there's so much more, like aside from training and stuff like that, but like I haven't tried out Tekken Ball. I'm excited. It looks chaotic. It looks fun.
It was fun back in the day.
And the PC port's actually stable.
And it runs on deck.
Oh man, yeah. Shout out to the PC, because like I don't have a very powerful PC, but I mean I've got a 1660 Super in this thing, right? Like I'm running on old tech, and this thing is not only 60 frames at all times, but then also like it's still gorgeous. Like this is a good fucking looking game.
I'm playing on PS5 and it looks amazing.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, I've had too many issues with my PC, so it's just like, I'm just gonna stick to that.
Mm-hmm.
And just perfect, no issues. I mean, unless we're in the lobby and then the spectate cup. Never mind.
Here's a little thing that I really like that not a lot of people we haven't touched on. The menu system is chaotic, but the fact that you can favorite your stuff and organize it how you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have ranked match as my first thing, and then comes story, and then character episodes, and then you can just switch it up wherever you want.
Yeah, that first
it says
tab
main menu.
Is
the first tab is your favorites. Yep.
And have we touched on the music? I thought you were going to go into this.
Oh, dude,
the jukebox.
The music is fantastic.
I'm listening to it
every
right
single
now.
Tekken. Every single Tekken song.
Like
Every
I,
single one.
I'm listening to the Tekken 8 soundtrack right now, like this whole time as we speak. By the way, Bandai Namco uploaded every Tekken soundtrack to like streaming services. By the way,
Yeah.
if y'all didn't know, like on the day the game came out, I think. And yeah, it's got a jukebox function that has the soundtracks of every Tekken game.
And not only
Honestly,
that, you can select the stage.
Yes.
And if you want to hear Tekken 3 music, you can put it for that stage. You want to hear Tekken 2, you can put it for that stage.
Value.
It's crazy how much
well, that's
value.
probably why they just uploaded it, because they're like, hey, we already have these in the
It's in the
game.
game.
Let's just throw them on streaming services.
Fuck it. You want to listen to it while you're working? Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Dude, the Tekken 4 soundtrack while you're working hits different, man.
It's so fire.
Different. And then yeah, I mean the like 8's proper soundtrack itself is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
What's
just
the
the menu? The menu music is so good.
yeah.
I can't wait for tournaments like Evo and stuff just to hear like the entire crowd chanting the character select theme. That's gonna be so sick. Yeah, it's gonna be rad. I mean, and it's just
like the music is fantastic. I'm gonna tell you one right now. Like Elegant Palace, I'm looking at it right now. The first two stage fights is okay, and I was like, damn, I really hate this music because it's kind of like old school piano, like very very elegant.
We were just talking about that one,
dude. When the climax hits, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's the same for me with I'm forgetting the stage name, but it's the one where you're on the boat.
Celebration on the Sea.
Yeah,
that's Victor's third set, like his climax theme of the third match. Oh,
dude, when that's sax
chef's kiss, man.
Like,
chef's kiss.
Oh,
saxophone. I need to listen to this one.
Yep,
it sounds like a sax, I think.
Oh, whoa.
No,
okay, so all this is new information on me. Like I'm literally just going through it now.
I'm watching Reaper. Yeah, I'm watching him literally like look through the menu. He's like, "What?"
He's like, "Holy shit!"
Like, I've been playing a whole different game.
I didn't even know you could customize like your favorites and everything.
I know that either.
You doing it?
I'm doing it right now.
Press Y,
so
triangle.
Nice.
What the fuck?
And you can sort it too. You can put like which one you want as high as you want. It's crazy.
It's so consumer friendly and like in like every possible definition of the word.
Shut up.
He's blown away. Like after this, because I haven't fucked around with the jukebox setting, he's like, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go like start messing with some different songs on different stages.
Oh, we're playing tonight. I'm telling you that right now.
The moment we're done recording this,
we're playing. I'm switching over to stream and we're playing, dude.
Look, I've been struggling with sleeping and everything, but like.
It's
why I've been struggling.
Take some melatonin and see how far you can get between matches.
Dude, the other day, like not to get off topic, but like I was playing Power World and legit we were fighting a boss. I'm just like, like falling asleep.
Oh shit! It's so good. Yeah. Do you guys have an idea how much time you put into the game so far?
I can tell you right now. PS5. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll start.
15 hours.
Hal's got more time than I do.
14.9.
I have 12.5.
Okay. Forgetting technical, 14.7, but I rounded it.
Chris, how many?
I don't want to say.
How many?
I don't want to say.
How many?
Come on.
75 hours.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I check that on PlayStation?
I played a lot of Tekken.
I haven't put a lot. I think I have the least amount compared to everyone else.
And he said before we got in here, he was like, I haven't started story mode yet.
This is all not story. This is ranked. And
it's all ranked, yeah. I was about to say, my man's knew what he wanted out of this.
3 hours.
That's fine. You're good there.
3 hours, that's it.
I had a lot of stuff
an hour and a half
come up over this too.
Kicking my ass though.
But man,
I mean, it could be that I just left the menu open a bunch while working. No, I'm just kidding. It was a lot of playing though.
But I guess speaking of it, we haven't talked about. I know no spoilers obviously, but the story mode in this.
Haven't touched it.
I haven't touched it either.
So
I played the first chapter in the
to...
demo, and it's fantastic.
So I'm not. We're not going to go into like specifics of anything that happens, but I can't not talk about the presentation in it.
Yes.
Because I think I never thought I would see the day that somebody would dethrone Mortal Kombat as like the king of the fighting game story.
I'll tell you this: it is so much better than Tekken 7 by
a
million miles, dude.
Tekken 7 story was dog water. 8, man, you get these beautiful cutscenes that transition directly into gameplay. While you're in the gameplay, like landing certain moves or getting hit by certain moves will essentially trigger like this little like anime-ass slowdown while one of your characters like says something to the other. Like it's bonkers how cinematic the game is while you're still playing it.
Shout out to Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously, it's so cool, and like, you know, you get some scripted stuff that happens every now and then. Those moments are hype as hell. The story itself is also ridiculous. It's so anime bullshit in so many ways, to the point where, I mean, like the final act of the game is like 2/3 of the story. I mean, it's like you're doing this one fight for like the entire back half of the game. It's fantastic.
And there's one moment in the game that I'm like, I'll have to do like a subspace emissary where I have to pick a bunch of characters to fight this crazy boss. Like,
oh yeah, there's
I'm excited.
Taboo and everything.
Chris,
right, that's what I was thinking. Taboo, we have to fight pick like 5 characters
I'm excited,
as your lives.
Yeah, get this. They essentially brought Tekken Force back at one point in the story.
my buddy spoiled that part for me, and I was like, you suck so much. But dude, I'm so excited to play it.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. When you get to the point, if you guys remember the reveal trailer for the game with Kazuya and Jin, like
they're both fighting when everything's going crazy.
Yeah, that's in the game. And when you get to that point, that might be some of the most hype shit I've ever seen in a video game in my entire life. That whole segment is fucking amazing.
It really is. And there are moments where you think like I have consumed Tekken lore within a week. So I'm like, I vaguely know how this stuff should work.
Which is a lot.
Oh my god, it's a lot.
It's a lot of volcanoes.
A lot of they like volcanoes.
Volcanoes.
I can recommend the Netflix show too. You'll enjoy that one too.
I loved the Netflix show.
It was really good.
I feel like the animation was weird for me personally sometimes, but
no,
the
I
fight
got
scenes
you.
were incredible. Like
Story was good.
the on-hit attacks were really, or the on-hit effects were like the same as the game, which is really cool. But I was saying something along. Oh, it's like not unpredictable, but when something happens, you pop off. Like when they want you to get hype, you are hype. It is one of the most effective. Like, I don't know, just it's video games. It's anime, peak video game bullshit. Like I loved it so much.
Oh, like it's like writing's nothing to like write home about or anything. Like you're not gonna be like, wow, man, like these are really like nuanced.
They're really breaking the fourth, like they're making strides for like amazing story. No, right?
No, it's fucking stupid and it's awesome. Okay. Yeah,
every bad line is bad enough to make you laugh. Like there's never a point where I was bored or upset with what I was doing in the campaign.
It's the Fast and Furious of video games.
It's like
3 to 4 hours.
4 or 5 hours maybe.
That's a good chunk to take a break from.
Yeah,
you're right.
It's all and it's also too, shout out to like Special Style being really, really great for going through the story, because like you switch off characters quite a bit and not having to be like, okay, let me pull up the move list and figure out what I can do before I get into this fight. I just hit the button, I pressed a few buttons, kept going. You know, it was really, really nice to not have to break the flow of it that way. Yeah, great story overall. Highly recommend. We are coming up on time, so this is the big moment. On the shared screens review scale, I give Tekken 8 a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't think I could give it anything less, even with like, you know, spectating and all of these weird things. I don't think I could justifiably give it anything less, solely for the accessibility and approachability alone.
Okay, question.
Answer.
10 out of 10 for a fighting game, or 10 out of 10 as a video game in general?
Video game in general. There's a lot going on here.
Okay.
To where it's like, I don't think you need to be super into Tekken or super into fighting games to pick this game up and enjoy it. Like if you're the kind of person
Case in
that
point, right here.
if you're the kind of person that plays fighting
This is
games
my
for,
first Tekken
for the
game.
story, because there are people like that, this is a great game to do that with, right? If you kind of want to be in that sort of middle ground where it's like, I'd like to be kind of competent, I'm not looking to play tournaments or anything, plenty of resources there to be able to learn and get to that point. It's they made it approachable and accessible without sacrificing any of the complexity of the game itself, which is, who does that? How do you do that? Like, how did they manage to thread the needle? And then on top of that, we said it all throughout this show, right? Just the amount of stuff in this game, like what you get for your $70 is mind blowing. And yeah, there's still going to be DLC characters. It's a fighting game, right?
Tifa's coming.
That's what happens. Tifa's coming. Eddie Gordo's
I'm telling
coming.
you that right now. Tifa's coming.
Manifest it.
I want Tifa in the game so badly.
She's coming, dude.
I want her in the game.
We need a Final
badly.
Fantasy character in this game. If we got knocked this, we're gonna get Tifa.
Imagine they give us.
They'll probably give us Clive before they give us Tifa.
Honestly, though, Clive would be.
I could see Clive. Clive would be really cool.
Another sword character though, like not.
I want less
I can see
weapon
it
characters in it.
I mean, he has he's different compared to like
That's fair.
Noctis though.
Yeah. You imagine you turn into like his icon hands.
Dude, that'd be so sick.
Dude, you could just punch people with Titan. That'd be crazy.
Or they put
That'd be
Negan in
wild.
the game again. They just said, fuck you. Here's Negan again.
Or they just put Jeffrey Dean Morgan in the actor.
lemon squeeze.
Awesome. How do y'all feel about the 10 out of 10? Agree? Disagree?
I would rather give it an 8 out of 8 for Tekken 8. Like, I agree with the
Wow.
percentage bar. I'm just theming. I'm just saying.
I'll give it
a solid 21 out of 23. You know what I mean?
I'll give it 5 Devil Jins out of 5 Devil Jins.
That's fair.
Or volcanoes, actually.
Or 5 out of 5 volcanoes. With various fathers being thrown off the edge.
That's fair. Yeah.
If you haven't seen the Brian Cox Explains Tekken Lore story, please go watch it. And then after you watch that, like, comment, subscribe, tell us how you felt about Tekken 8. Please leave a comment in the thing below. It helps us out a lot. We are currently on our way to monetization. We are very close, and we need you to just push us along that edge.
Also, hit the bell.
Hit the bell. Do the thing.
Just hit it. Just
you know
smack
what?
it a little bit.
You know what? Electric Wind,
Not too many
Godfist,
times, though.
the notification bell. All right, and we will see you at the next video. At the next, I almost said waypoint. What show is this?
Where are we? What day is it?
What is life? Bye.
You get to 10. Go away.